No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today I'm in here with the one and only King Vaughn. How you doing, man?
Yo, what you on, guy?
It's crazy. It's nice to have you in here. I remember like 6 months, a year ago, there was just a weird moment where I just clicked on a random video and was like, holy fuck, this dude got one of the most different flows I heard in a minute.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And ever since then, I was like, man, we got to get him in here.
That's love.
Yeah. So
What video that was?
it was just one of the crazy story ones. You know, I just hadn't really heard the flow at that time, and I was just very taken aback. I'm sure you have that experience with people a lot of times. Like, how do you explain that flow in particular that kind of helped you blow up?
Gang, I don't know how to explain it. Just that's like my flow. That's the flow I make when I don't got no beat. You see what I'm saying? Because I made that song. I wrote it without no beat. I made the song on a bus on my way to Chicago from Atlanta and shit.
On the bus? So you didn't have a piece of paper? You were writing in your phone or whatever?
Nah, yeah, I was writing it in my phone.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But the beat ain't no beat. I'm in that bitch getting that.
Damn, but so do you have any like ability to sort of tell like where that came from? Because it's such a different, it's like a weird pause that you put in the middle of the bars, like where
Right.
you say everything at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I guess, you know, you make music off all the shit you like and shit. Like, I guess all the music I used to listen to, you know, I just started rapping, and when I made that shit, I just started for real. So it ain't like it was a scientific thing or nothing. It was just, that's how it sound good to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It sounded good to me, shit.
It's crazy because when we think about like Chicago rap and drill music and all that shit, there's not a lot of storytelling raps in that shit. But you're somebody who's always kind of gravitated towards that.
Yeah, because I don't like go in and just get to rapping like off the dome. I think about it. Like, I really think about it from like, especially when I make the story. Sometimes I go in and do that now since I've been rapping. So, you know, sometimes you just go right in and just do it.
Right.
Hear a beat and do it. But most of the time I hear a beat and I think of a story in my shit. And then I do the words and try to just make them rhyme. But I already got what's going to happen in the song. You see what I'm saying?
It's so interesting because I feel like a lot of times rappers, they've almost like gotten away from storytelling shit because it feels too personal. And especially because of the recording process now that everybody just goes in and punches in. So it's like less of an ability to sort of craft a story. But are you always somebody who sort of was just writing stuff down before you went to record?
Right, like, yeah, most of the time, like, I'll be having the beers and shit. Like, this jail shit been coming a lot. So I wrote a lot of shit. You know, in jail, you zone out. So that's the thing. Like, that's like a cheat code. Like, even though you out missing everything, nah, the only thing you can do is work out, write shit, and think and plot. So I'm in that bitch using all my time. I'm writing shit. So now I still got like 50, 80 like sheets of paper and shit with songs on it. You see what I'm saying?
So you feel like you can actually get good writing done in that environment? Because I heard a lot of people say like, I can't write in jail because the vibe is fucked up.
Gang, what else you finna do in this bitch? Like, what you gonna do? Like, you ain't got
I would
shit
be
else.
looking for anything creative to do in that environment.
Nothing else to do. Write people, get on the phone. You can get on the phone all day. Niggas be on the phone. But it be them times you can't come out the cell. You see what I'm saying? It be them times you gotta go in the cell. You can't sleep. It'd be nice you ain't sleeping. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you got shit going on. Any nigga that got something going on in jail, it be hard to sleep at night. How you just gonna? You got bills to pay. You got people out here and shit. You got kids.
Exactly.
So I'm up. Like, I gotta do something, and I can get rich off this. So I'm in this bitch. I'm getting rich.
But are you working out as a free man, or you just work out when you're locked up?
Just I work out free too.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever like tours, we try to stop at some gyms and shit. Then, you know, hotels got gyms now.
That's dope.
So we'll get some little cardio in and shit.
That's good. I feel like a lot of like younger rappers can't really get into the mentality of working out because they're young, they feel good, they're partying and shit.
Yeah, the drugs, that shit slow everything down. Really, the drugs when motherfuckers lazy and ain't used to working out. But I'm used to being locked up and gotta stay fit, you know.
Right, because you spent way too much time throughout your life in there.
Yeah, and you can't be you gotta work out. You want somebody to beat you up. You don't want nobody being overstrong. So you just gotta.
But what's your experience like in jail? Because at this point, you're like famous as fuck. Everybody in there knows exactly who you are, who you're associated with. It's got to be a lot different than the first time that you went in when you were mostly lesser known.
Yeah, it's different now because first off, I'm in Atlanta. You know, my case right now, it's Atlanta. It's Atlanta bound or whatever. And the first time, my other case, all that shit, that's Chicago. So now motherfuckers know me in jail, a younger nigga. When I'm doing biz, but I'm in tour with them, or I done did something to one of their people, or they did something to one of my people. So it's gotta stay on guard, you gotta fight and shit. But now you see a motherfucker, you think they looking at you staying, but they really fanned out. They on some, hey, you Vaughn, good man, you going crazy. But before it used to be, if you see motherfucker looking at you like that, they on your ass or something. You finna fight.
In Atlanta, they mostly know you for the music, whereas in Chicago,
they
they know you for a bunch of street shit too, right?
Yeah, it's love in Atlanta, because I ain't did nothing to nobody out there. Like, But Chicago, you know, it's people. Everybody, family, everybody. Then you grew up around here, so you done fucked up with all type of people. You done see some people you done robbed before. You done fucked his bitch and all type of, and you done did something.
Right. That was a big theme in your music too, is just fucking other people's girls, their moms, all kinds of shit. You can imagine a lot of people would probably be mad at you. If I saw a motherfucker in jail who fucked my mom.
You gotta beat him. You gotta beat him bad.
I don't even know. If someone had sex with my mom, I don't even know how I feel. Like, my mom has always been out of that category. She's like just much older.
Yeah, and I'm gonna rub it in the motherfucker face if I don't like him too. Ooh, I'm a little boy. Straight stepson, all type. I'm rubbing heads.
Stepson. So you walk by him in the hall and just rub his head.
Rub his head.
I fucked your mama.
Lunch in the locker.
That's
packed your lunch.
Holy fuck. But so your shit, your court shit, like, you were locked down on house arrest for like the majority of the past 6-8 months. So this tour is like, you only done a few tours. That's all the time you've been able to leave?
Shit. Before the case, we just did the Meek Mill tour where Dirk. Dirk was just bringing me on though. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, the first real tour. Then we did the grandson tour when I got out last time, but they put us back in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now I'm on the tour with Herb. But yeah, I was on house arrest all before that and shit. So house arrest, you know, you in the house, work out, write,
film
make
videos
songs,
in the
record.
crib.
Yep, shooting. I shot a lot of videos in the house. I had to.
Right.
Yeah, you got to stay focused. You got to keep going, man. That shit can't.
But that probably makes you want to book so many fucking tours because of the fact that that's the only reason you can leave, right?
As soon as you get that movement, thank you. You've been praying for it because, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to just be in the house, you know, and it's money. You got to go place, you got to do this shit.
It's got to get old, man. Can you go in the backyard or like sit on the porch and shit, but you can't go too far from the crib?
Yeah, you can do that. You can, little shit, and they'll let you go. You can go to the, whatever. Like, you need movement, go check in, go to the doctor or something. You can go, little shit like that, but it's just too much. You can't go.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
But isn't you and Dirk, your probation or whatever is such that you're not supposed to be associating with other people who are part of the case? So is it like a thing where you're not supposed to be around each other?
Yeah, so me and Dirk, we only see each other like at court, if we got court or some shit.
So like even when you're on tour, you can't really be around each other too much?
Nah, we can't. Nah, hell nah.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that shit ugly.
Is that strange, like just to have the court basically just saying you can't be cool with one of your best friends?
Yeah, because you know it's like, I started this shit out with him. Like, he started it up for me and everything. Like, how people get to noticing me shit. He bringing me to his interviews and pulling up a chair right here and letting me sit right there.
Right.
Like, even though it's just, like, it's supposed to say if he came, no jump, he'd have a chair right here for me. And you'd be like, what the fuck going on?
Right.
Nah, this is my artist. You see what I'm saying?
But all that stuff is out for right now, which is unfortunate.
That's what I'm saying. So they just say we caught the case and they removed me for everything. Like, in all my shows, I only was having shows because of Dirk.
Right.
Like, he pulling me on his shit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm only going places with Dirk. I'm only doing. So now it was time to, they put the case. You can't be around Dirk no more. You can't move. So now I was only in the studio with Dirk. I was on it. So now it's do everything on your own. You just got to do it. So I just had to. It's
crazy because I was reading an article that just came out in, I think, Billboard, and they were like, yeah, we met King Von last year because Dirk was coming through doing his promo run, and you were just kicking it, watching, observing and shit. And they're like, and now, a year later, he's here and he's the star of the show. That's got to be kind of a crazy feeling, huh?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that shit happened so quick.
Do you, okay, so you're from O Block?
Yeah.
Like right there?
Straight, yeah, that's what it's called. 64th King Drive, 64th, 65th. It started really on 63rd.
Right.
That little whole area, Parkway Gardens complex.
Do you remember when Keith came out? Was that like a huge changing point for the neighborhood and for Chicago as a whole?
We was yeah. Yeah, Chicago as a whole, but really for us, because, you know, he from my block, so shit, you know how that shit go. But I was in jail.
Oh, okay.
So I was out first. We started rapping. He started going crazy. So you know, the shit been raw to us and shit, but now everybody get to listen to it. Now I'm in jail. They call him like, man, folks on the radio and shit now, folks going crazy. Like, he taking off with the shit. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? But I'm in jail. I'm thinking about jail shit. We still young. We still gang banging. It's 2011, 2012.
Right.
So I get out, I see, talk to him and shit. He on the radio and shit. He tell me on the radio. But he was on house arrest. And I get out. I was only out for like 8 months. I get back locked up.
Damn.
But that shit changed. Yeah, that shit, nah, you know, Reese, Dirk, all that shit got to.
Yeah, that was just like, that must have been the craziest time for your area specifically. And just to see, like, that was the first time where I ever seen a younger Chicago rapper, or really just a rapper in general, come out. And I remember the thing that people said was that he blew up in the high schools before he blew up really anywhere else. Like, it was in the streets and in the high schools, so it didn't, the YouTube videos were doing crazy, but it was because of what was going on, like, in the streets, which is probably one of the first times that, for a dude like you, like, at that time, were you even thinking about rapping or thinking about being a star?
Nah, hell nah. We wasn't. That's what I'm saying. You know, what the fuck, how old he was? Had to be, he like 15, 16. I'm 16.
9 years ago?
Yeah, so you saying, we wasn't thinking about the rap shit, hell, never. So he been, I ain't gonna lie, he did though, like since Travis, what they called, Travis Porter and them?
Travis Porter and them, yeah.
It was a group.
Right, yeah.
He used to fuck with them hard, he used to be trying to, he playing his music and shit, that's how I first heard about them. Now he get the rapping, he got Nate type of white boy swag, the little surfer shit, he get the Holliston. Then he get the rapping, he got the Mohawk and shit, he rapping and shit. So he been thinking about it, but I'm just want to be I want the game bang, because that's what's going on right now. We into it and shit. I want to be with the older guys that's running around in the cars, the money and shit. That's what was around. You know, that's what's going on. Right. But he just want to rap though.
But were you plotting on rapping even a little bit? Were you rapping, just hanging out with the homies?
Ain't the plan. I just go to the studio with him. I get some weed, and you know, we get some weed. Go to the studio. We go to his grandma's house. Go to my mom's house or something. Then go to the studio. The nigga named Ken, little Chinese nigga. We go to his crib.
DJ Ken, yeah.
Yeah, we go to Ken crib and shit.
Still see him all the time.
So yep. So then like I'll be at school in the school. He stopped going to school for a minute, but I had to be like a junior at the time, and he had to be like a freshman or something. Or I don't know what the fuck grade folks was in. But he wasn't going to school because I'd get off the bus with my book bag. He'd be waiting there for me with the paper and saying like, man, I just wrote this raw ass. I wrote this raw song and shit. And we'd go to the studio, try to get some little weed or something.
Right. So how long ago, how many years ago did you actually start taking shit serious enough that you really thought you could do this?
When I just got out, I got back booked. So Sosa been rapping since like 9 and 10, 2010. We gonna say 10 for sure. He's rapping 10. I was in jail. I got out in 12, got back booked. Got out in 14, got back booked. You see what I'm saying? And then I just got out of 2017? Uh-huh. That's when I'm with Dirk and he doing all this shit and shit. Ooh, that's when I'm like, I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna try to rap.
Was it something that was going on in particular? Did you have like one song in particular that really seemed like...
one shit going on. That's why I had to start rapping. I was saying like, it was just the point like, I'm on the block and I gotta steady ask this nigga for money. I gotta keep asking Dirk for money when I fuck up or something. Say, I'll be decent. I have my own little money. You know how hood niggas, we have our money in here. Little $2-3 in our pocket thinking we doing something and shit. Got the little hoes with the car and shit. Be at our mom and them crib and shit. You know, but stay looking nice and shit. They can pull a little hole if you want and shit, but it's to the point if I fuck up anything, if I get booked I ain't got no more money. This all the money I own in my pocket. And then I'll get fucked up. Damn, Dirk, I need $2,500. I need, It got to the point, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. So, you know, I sell drugs. Drugs, that ain't me, that shit too slow. I don't like that. I don't like people, so it ain't working.
You can't just be communicating with like dozens or hundreds of junkies in a given day.
I don't like, I'm used to being in tour with people and being in jail and shooting at people and people being shooting at me. And I don't want to kick it. I don't want to get set up. I don't want nobody to play with me. I don't want to shoot nobody with my drugs. So now I need something to do.
Yeah.
What I'm finna do.
So what was your prior relationship with Dirk though? Like how'd you guys become cool and how'd you guys become so close?
We off the block. He's just like how we is, where we from, we all real close like. You see what I'm saying? So it's just one of the guys. He just happened to be rapping. He figured out what he want to do. Everybody else as a whole, I'm gonna say as a whole, we don't know what we want to do. Well, at the time, I ain't know what I want to do. We finna try to be the biggest drug dealers. We finna rob whoever got some money, or we finna finesse whoever we gotta finesse. We thinking streetwise. But he just one of the guys, he rapping and this shit working.
It's such like it's crazy because that hustle of really being a rapper is like, there's only so many dudes from your world that came out and took it to the next level. Like Sosa, Herbo, Durkio, like you're right there. There's a handful of other people that we look at that like have really been able to transcend that, but that's like basically becoming a god in Chicago in terms of the street shit, right?
Yeah, that shit for real. That shit, cause look, man, that shit crazy. I don't know, you know how that shit go.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I just be doing this shit though. Just go along, just do it. Just working, do it.
Did Dirk have to put you on a lot of game to help you out with the rapping type thing? Did he have to, give you advice in terms of how to actually make the music and stuff? What was that process like?
The main thing he said, like when I told him, like, cause first we started, we was in this basement, we made the first song, me and my homie Zoo. You know, he beat a murder too, so both of us just beat a murder. And now we out here at Dirk crib in Atlanta, you see what I'm saying? Cause, he just, man, come on, y'all gotta chill for a minute, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's boring as hell out here. We in nice part, Alpharetta or something, it's quiet as hell, I don't know what the fuck going on, ain't shit going on out here. But we out there with Dirk. He upstairs and shit, we'll be downstairs in the studio and shit. Fuck it, let's make a song. So we make a song and shit. Well, nah. All right, the song fake. All right, he wrote the first verse. Him and Buka, they helped me with the first verse. Shit, this shit called Beat the Bodies. Now, Wham, ooh. Now he let everybody listen to him off the list, so they say they fuck with it, Wham. Now, a few people, they dropped, my homie Zoo, he dropped a song, and some more people got to say and they fuck with it. So now I'm like, man, I can do this shit for real, so I get to make other songs. Now I send him the dirt. And I'm like, man, what this shit sound like? You think I should, ooh, he, man, that shit sound decent, that shit sound good. He, man, I'm like, man, I'm gonna take this shit for real. He say, man, look, if you gonna do this shit, this is the only thing he told me though. Like, if you gonna do this shit, you gotta go all the way with it. Like, I do that shit for real. You can't half-ass do it and shit. He said, you can't play with it. I'm saying, I'm gonna do that shit. Then since then, you know, I just send him the music here. Oh, that's decent. Yeah, this one better than that one or here, you know? And then we'd be in the studio. He say it like this or say it like, you know, that just little shit like, then you know, you get to figuring out. You get to catching on to that shit. I get to catching on when that shit got to.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's actually insane to think that you got almost 1 million followers right now and then you really only been doing it for a pretty short period of time, and that the songs that have gone crazy, they're pretty much like YouTube smash hits. It's not like they got on the radio. It's not like they're being supported by all the crazy parts of the industry or none. It's just straight up. It's really like the way that we've seen all these other dudes blow up from Chicago is just making shit that's like super, super street, and people just react to it on another level.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, been a lot of loves. YouTube been going up.
Definitely. Does it feel like you're like really being held back in your career right now because of the probation and shit? Do you feel like that's...
Nah, it ain't stopping nothing. Ain't nothing. We got moved. Me something saying I got moved. It's really just, it's changed. Like it paved my route where I gotta go. Cause I'm used to being with me and my boy. You see what I'm saying? But it's the case. It just I can't. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but when we get back together after this all said and done, it's gonna be bigger. Like everything going up. Like you see what I'm saying? Cause we used to do every show together and shit. Like now it's bigger. I got a big fan base now. You see what I'm saying? And say our shit put together. It's gonna be crazy when we get back together and shit. So, do
you walk around with that in the back of your mind, and just always thinking about the court situation and worrying about what's gonna happen? Nah, I really don't.
It's on my leg, so I got to. You know, I got the house arrest, man. It ain't like in the back of my mind. It's on my leg.
Yeah.
Like so, every time that bitch vibrated, I gotta charge it up. Or every time my leg get to feeling too heavy, cause the bitch is loose or some shit. Or my pants, I can't get the pan open because. What you mean? Like, yeah.
But does it have like a big negative impact on your mind in terms of just having to always worry about that, always think about?
It just is what it is. Like I've been,
you've been dealing with it for a long time.
Life is, it is what it is. I make the best, so I'm making the best of this shit.
Right.
But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I ain't gonna cry about this shit or nothing.
Yeah. It's crazy because in the rap world, we're so used to seeing like very bad things happen to people's lives, and then the fans react in a positive way. And I'm sure you saw some of that where.
Like what you mean? Like
you caught this case, and then you probably got a shitload of followers the day you caught the case.
Oh, I don't know. Now my shit just been climbing. I don't know. The case probably can. Then they look a nigga background up and shit and look at all the YouTube video. You know, they be having all type of videos about a motherfucker shit. So it be all type of shit. Good, it be good shit, bad shit.
Like when I look at the comments, you have some of the funniest YouTube comments I ever seen.
What they be saying?
Because number one, they comment like you rap. Like they'll say like King Von voice, and then they'll comment, and you can actually read the comment. And
yeah, they be making all type of shit. Like, yeah, I be seeing that stupid ass shit. I don't like that shit. Which camera putting that?
Yeah, this is you.
I don't even play like that with people.
It's pretty funny though, just because like they're so into it that they're paying such close attention that they could actually write out bars that kind of sound like something you would say. I was pretty impressed.
Cause it ain't hard. Like this is the type of shit I made on the bus. You see what I'm saying? And it's raw. Look at how much it's going up. So, but like, yeah, they should be able to. If I made that shit on the bus when I wasn't even rapping, you see what I'm saying?
Right. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, but so in terms of like having so much success with the crazy storytelling raps, how does that make your opinion change of what you're gonna make going forward? Like, do you feel like your fans just want a lot of that kind of content from you, or do you feel like you have to go in other directions and have to make, you know, a club record or more of like a straight record like that doesn't necessarily have that same pattern?
It's like make everything. Shit, I'm gonna make everything. Like whatever beat come, whatever type of the flow of it, I'm just gonna make so much different shit, and I'm trying to make all of it raw to the point where it just ain't no telling when I'm gonna drop. Like it's gonna be to the point I'm gonna make a lot of love, whatever. All right, so what type of style you call crazy story? With my bouncy drill style, it's gonna be that type of shit still. It's gonna be some other shit where I make some slower shit like the song I got with me and Young and Ace and shit. Some, you see what I'm saying? Or the fuck your nigga type shit. Or like the shit I just got with me and Lil Herb, just some turn drill shit that make you just keep bouncing like I'm just gonna keep doing all type of different shit.
Right.
Like whatever.
Do you feel a lot more comfortable making the street records than the sentimental records? Because I have noticed you going in some romantic directions.
Yeah. It's because the street shit is, you know, I ain't used to the auto tune and shit yet and all that. Then, you know, you gotta make your voice high and all that. The singing harder is different. But that's what the females like, the female fan. That shit, they be fuck with that shit.
And speaking of females, you are dating someone who we've had on the show before, a friend of mine, Asian Doll.
Oh, yeah, that's my girlfriend.
How did that come about? That's so interesting to me.
I met her in New York with Dirk, man. I was with Dirk. We was doing, I guess he had the press run and shit. And then we was hooping with the nigga Meek. We was playing basketball, Meek and them and shit. That's when I first saw her that day.
And did you communicate?
I ain't say nothing to her that day. You know, I ain't say nothing to her. She was looking decent and shit. She was looking good. So I ain't say nothing to her and shit. I'm right there hooping and shit. Then I ain't had no jewelry and all that shit, no money like that and shit. So I'm like, she had a big ass Gucci glasses, Gucci this and Gucci that. And, I was gonna say, whole time, I'm finna say something to her. My homie BJ so thirsty, he tried to talk to her and shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna let him go shoot his shot and shit.
Right.
And then, you know how that shit go. But I saw her again. And then I saw her again at the studio with Dirk. They did some songs and shit together and shit. You know how that shit go. I see I'm like, well, I'm on that ass today. It's a different day. I get on that ass, I'm flirting with her and shit. Then I see her one more time. This all in New York though. In different occasions at Dirk release party. And that was him. That's when I was, you know, I was over on her. I was touching on that and shit right there.
How do you get through to a girl like her? She's so mean. It feels
Instagram.
Like. Oh, you have to do the talking in there.
I went to Dirk. I had my homie went to Dirk Instagram and shit, and DM'd him like, "Give my brother your number and shit." And then she had like, "She ain't want to get to him." And man, give my motherfucker brother your number. And she gave him the number and shit. I called and shit, and I've been fucking with her and shit.
Was it different? Because I feel like you probably, based on your music, you know, you got a lot of stories about just like meeting random hoes at the stove and shit. You meet a girl like her who you got to show her more respect, make it clear to her that you're not just treating her like any old girl. What was that like? Is it a little bit different in terms of like wanting to actually let her know, like, no, I really fuck with you.
You don't just jump right into, you know, shit just happen, gang. You know, you just get to talk with them motherfuckers off the likes, off the looks, off the connection, whatever. And then if it happens, it's gonna happen. Or if it ain't gonna happen, y'all gonna fall. You know. So it just happened. Like I wasn't planning on just whatever you just said, man. None of that. I like her. You see what I'm saying? Talk to her, see where it go.
Right.
And we cool. Nice. It ain't, you know how you don't force shit and shit just happen. I'm the type just let something happen. And it just happened and I'm chilling.
Do you appreciate the fact that you've seen her like ripping other girls' wigs off on the internet and shit?
Man, I don't even be trying to watch
You've never seen that?
Shit.
I've seen her beat some girls up over the years.
I don't even want to see her like, cause I don't know.
But okay, that's like a real question that we were talking about the other day though, is if you're with your girl and another girl pulls up and starts trying to fuck her up, you're gonna stop it, right?
Yeah, we ain't finna be doing all that.
We can't just let the girls
I'm on the
fight,
case
right?
though, so I can't be.
Bro,
I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out, but ain't nobody finna be touching her like that.
You grab the other girl's wig off first.
I don't want to even be touching them. I don't want to lead nowhere crazy. I don't know. That's a hard question, man. Cause I can't be going to jail for no shit like that. And then everybody watch. Then they beating up hoes. But I ain't gonna let nothing happen to my bitch for sure. Ain't nothing finna happen like that.
For sure.
Why she with me like that? That shit over.
Imagine just shooting another girl just for saying something to your girl.
I don't want to.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta be cool.
What made you decide you wanted to do the video with her in it? Like that was a beautiful thing. It reminded me of Future and Black China in that one video.
What video they got?
Rich Sex. Remember that? Rich Sex? That was
a
hard video.
Locked up.
No. Go watch Future and Black China in that video. I'm sure your love is a lot more real than whatever they had going on. But
oh no, I don't know what they had going. But yeah, so what was the question about?
Just doing the video with her. That was very.
You know, that's my boy.
Moment.
She was gonna be mad if I got another girl and I'm doing a love scene. And then I'm on house arrest when I did these, you know what I'm saying? So we in the house together all day anyway. I tell her I'm gonna shoot this video, I need you to play the girl and shit. She, what video? Man, come on, man. She did this shit.
Yeah.
That ain't the first video. We shot one of her songs and shit.
Oh, really?
Some shit called Grandson. Yeah, she could change a song called Grandson and shit with me and her. It was a minute ago we was first talking to her.
Do you notice a lot of like cultural differences? Because she's a Texas girl and you're a Chicago boy. That's like two completely different worlds.
Yeah, she country. They country down there. Yeah, she country as hell. Now that's my love homie.
She never busts.
I don't really care about, that shit don't matter.
She busts out any slang that you're like,
She
what the fuck are you talking
she
about?
She be her. My hair, whatever the fuck she be saying.
She called the soda pop.
She be saying all type of shit. Yeah, they be saying all type of just different shit.
That's fucking hilarious. Another question I wanted to ask you is just what's the LeBron James inspiration that you had going into this new tape and everything? What is it about LeBron James that he stands out to you?
Yeah, since LeBron, how folks be going crazy and shit, so might as well I put the Vaughn where the Bron supposed to be at. Folks, and it was really just a name. It didn't sound catchy to me. I just like this shit. So LeBron, I'm my favorite basketball player too. So LeBron James.
What about when Kobe passed? Did that affect you emotionally?
Yeah, that shit. That whole day was sad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a sad day. I ain't even get on Instagram or Twitter, none of that shit.
Yeah, that was a sad day for
I think it got the rain in Atlanta.
It did rain
so
that
it felt, day? Yeah. So it felt over. How the fuck Kobe died?
Yeah. This is so
I don't
cruel.
see like folks supposed to die like people like him.
Not somebody like him. Nah.
That shit crazy.
Just on some completely random shit. Nothing. Ain't no lesson you can learn from it. That's what I hate. Like,
and I was just watching. Oh, that shit crazy. And it happened out of nowhere. Like as soon as you wake up in the morning, like I woke up to it. Like I don't know who I woke up to. I think a lot of people woke up to it, but I woke up to it because I was just watching something last night. He was on. Was that the game? What was it? What the fuck?
I don't know.
But the next morning I see that shit. I'm like, nah, hell no.
Yeah, my girl told me Kobe died, and I said, I'm like, you can't just read everything you're seeing on Twitter to me. Right. I'm like, you gotta confirm it before you say that. And then she's like, no, for real.
Yeah, I think everybody had to see it first.
Like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it, man. That's crazy. In terms of just sort of like making your block famous, how much of a important thing is that to you? Because I feel like nowadays it's like you've just like emphasized like it must be really cool to be from certain blocks in Chicago because you're making them so famous.
Right. No, it ain't really about being. It really ain't about being famous at all. Like that shit, we've been famous for since we were shorties. Like not probably the good fame, but we've been famous for a minute. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't. I'm really trying to get all my homies some money. I need everybody to be comfortable. I need everybody to be able to take care of their people. I need everybody to be. So it ain't about. We've been famous. That famous shit don't mean nothing to nobody. Like it probably means something to a lot of people. But if it ain't making money, like if you famous, and ain't no money coming about it. Like that shit in a way.
But how much does it matter to you that the kids from your neighborhood are proud of what you're accomplishing and what you're putting out there? Because I'm sure that there's just like your music speaks so much about your exact area that it's like they have to probably be proud of where they're from.
Right, yeah. The kids love the kids love me. So yeah. Every time I go out there, go to the block and shit, the kids they love a nigga and shit. So that mean a lot though. Yeah. They do the right thing, man. Grow up. Do the right thing, shit. Don't get in trouble. Don't get caught. Get the fuck on. Do something good.
Don't get in trouble. Don't get caught.
Some.
They're both good pieces of advice.
Some.
A lot of people do all kinds of bad shit their whole life and they just don't get caught.
Man,
You're trying to be one of them.
I'm straight. I ain't trying to do nothing. Nothing.
Definitely. So I know that you kind of say that like a lot of the stories you tell are hypothetical and stuff, but do you ever get, is there any level of like worry that you might actually be like, talking so much shit about 63rd that like one of the kids from that neighborhood is just gonna just go crazy and just decide that like King Von's his enemy and he got to do something about it?
What they gonna do?
I don't know.
Like they can't, man. You know how that shit go, man. Like I'm trying to see where you going. Like do something like what? Would make a song or go to the authorities or what you talking about? Like what the fuck you gonna do?
To put in perspective, it's like we drop all these bombs on Afghanistan and shit, and then eventually they grow up and they're mad as fuck, so they join terrorist organizations, and then they come over here and blow our shit up.
All right. Nah, they been mad. Everybody like I've been into it with people and people been not liking me, so it's like it's the same shit. I just gotta move how I move and just gotta be ready. Don't get ready. Shit, you better. Prayed up, whatever it is, what it is, man. At the end of the day, what's gonna happen. But I ain't going like that for sure. I ain't going like that. So
it's just
whatever
crazy.
Motherfucker think.
It's like you've actually turned your ops into a meme because all those comments are like, oh, 63rd, and it's like none of them know where the fuck this is at or who's there or whatever. But they're like in on the joke, and it's kind of that's a different thing.
Yeah, they just gotta be cool, sit back. It's about me. And 63rd, not you see what I'm saying?
You're not trying to like gather an army together.
Y'all just sit back and take this shit. They doing this for me, so don't think y'all like just the fans. They love me, shit. They fuck with a nigga. They gonna rock how a nigga rocking, and whoever ain't gonna rock how I rock, fuck them. And They going 60-30, no shit. So whatever.
So again, like you say, a lot of the stories are hypothetical, but in this one, Took It to the O, you actually mentioned that a specific rapper from Chicago called a girl 6 times while you were hanging out with her.
Right. It just ran. You see what I'm saying? The shit just become, man, you know, shit, it ain't nothing. Shit just ran. It's just that shit sound raw. That shit sound raw, don't it? So I put that shit like how you know.
I had to
like
double check.
Like it's hypothetical. It's like everything.
I had to rewind it like 10 seconds. I'm like, wait, did he just really say that?
Yeah, it's just raw, man. That shit come in my head, and in the own second, I just put the shit down.
Right.
It just came up like it rhymed, and it sounded. What? That shit sound decent.
Did you hear his response though? I'm from 63rd. FBG Duck just put that out like a week ago.
I think I went to it, but I couldn't. You know, you try to listen to something, you like, I ain't wasting my motherfucker.
I mean, just in case you didn't notice, he does have one line that says, "How you tote your gun when your pants tight as hell?" Is that a concern?
That's funny. Yeah. I can't tote no guns. I got my house arrest, all type of shit. Man.
I mean, he kind of like does like a parody of your raps in it, where he just starts saying, "I had this bitch from Minnesota," and he just sort of like starts making up a
fuck on my mama. Don't even do it, guys. That's a stupid week.
But his accusation there is basically that like anybody can make up any song and rap that song, that story, and it's gonna sound hard, right? If you just tell a crazy story.
It's a song, man. It's just music, and I'm doing this shit to get money and shit. Like in real life, people know what real life is, and people know what happened in real life and what goes on in real life. But in this music shit, it's just really about, you know, progressing and going up and just, you know, this shit music, man. This shit just a means to an end.
Definitely.
I just need the money. I need that shit to go up. I need that shit to, you know.
You're focused on that.
Nah, that's just what the music is. Like,
right.
The real life shit, it ain't got nothing to do with the music. Like, I'm not slow. I'm not going, it ain't.
Right.
You know, real life shit, people on that shit, that shit.
But I mean, that is the interesting thing is that it's like, you know, you're a smart guy. You could think of some crazy shit that maybe didn't really happen, or maybe it's a version of something that did happen, and you could say it in the song, and you kind of know that your fan base at this point is big enough that a lot of them are just random ass white kids in Kansas, and they're gonna be like, damn, he said he had a bazooka, that shit hard. Yeah. Like, you can just say whatever. It's like there's a little bit of temptation to just make your shit wild as hell, because you know that a lot of the fans don't necessarily know how to tell the difference.
Yeah, just know that there's no truth to the music, that the music is just, it's entertainment, entertain y'all, so a motherfucking get paid, a motherfucker doing their job, you see what I'm saying? Like the real shit, I know what y'all know, whatever. That shit gonna figure itself out in real life, you see what I'm saying? It's real. The music, y'all just stick to the entertainment, you know?
Is your money getting all fucked up, in your opinion, because you're not able to travel the way that you want to? Do you feel like you would be a lot further along in the game right now?
Right, you know, I can't do no overseas. You know how that shit go. You know, nowhere too crazy. Nowhere you know. But it's still, I'm figuring it out. Shit, I'm working. You know, it's working out. I'm figuring it out, and I'm gonna do whatever I can do.
Definitely.
You know, yeah.
Have you really done any shows in Chicago, or is it kind of fucked up for a rapper who talks about the kind of shit you talk about?
Yeah, Chicago ain't really like that. On the only good thing I saw just was the All-Star Weekend. That was the best shit I saw in Chicago in a minute. But like the shows and shit, like clubs starting to end in Chicago like at 12 now, some shit, right? Or they get in because of the violence and so much shit. You see, so I did some shows and shit, some little shit in Chicago, but it ain't. I don't fuck with Chicago like down the music side. Like, it's too much going on.
Yeah, you got to get a friendlier image if you want to be able to really
rock
like
out
we
there, just, you know, how you just, where you from? I don't know. Like any street nigga know where they from. You know, you got history. You done did some shit. People know you from this, and they ain't gonna never forgive you for it and shit. So it is what it is. Like, you can't make everybody happy, but you'll go somewhere else and they'll love you to death and shit. Like Philly love a motherfucker to death and shit like
Philly. That. That's interesting. What? They do. They go crazy. I was just talking to somebody too who's telling me that like all the biggest Chicago rappers, like they're like, yo, Dirk and Herbo, like in New York,
yeah, they fuck
gods, because there's so much like real street rap fans in that area that they just gravitate towards these dudes. Facts. So tell me a little bit more about the tape. Is there any songs in particular you're super excited off of the album?
I Took It to the O. That's my favorite song. I made that when I was in jail off the Crazy Story beat.
Yeah.
I ain't tell you that after, because I ain't had no beat.
Right, so you sort of just had an imaginary beat in your head.
So I need a raw song. I need to make something raw real quick. I'm in the room, boy. Let me think. I need to make something like Crazy Story. So, gotta drop on this flexing nigga. got some top from the stripper bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all be just saying, because a lot of people like, man, that sounds just like, it is just like Kurt. I ain't had no beat. What the fuck y'all want me to do?
Right.
So I wrote it in jail.
It's good you got a girl, because a lot of these stories seem like they sort of start out with you just kicking with some random ass girl.
Yeah, that's how, you know how it is. Street niggas though, man. Niggas outside, you know, life ain't shit without females. I was shit without the hoes on the block and shit. So
right. There'd be nothing to fight over if it wasn't for them, really.
You wouldn't even, why you getting fly? I wouldn't even be buying this shit. All this shit for girls and shit.
That's a good point. I'm lacking over here.
You see what I'm saying?
That's why I had the same girl
You
for
got
so
the
long.
tattoos, though. I don't think you had tattoos.
That's white boy jewelry for sure. Yeah, I had to get the throat tattoo when I was like 19.
You got to think about it. We do everything for females.
I didn't even know about chains when I was 19. I probably would have got a chain instead of a neck tattoo.
I hope she think this raw. I hope she think this cute. I hope this make I like me.
That's real.
That's fucked up, though. That shit ain't cool. But that's what's going on.
Hey, that's how the game goes, man. Really, there's a lot of dudes. Really, most of the dudes in jail, if you were to really trace back why they did what they did, like, yeah, you trafficked 10 kilos of coke, but you did it so you could get money so you could buy fucking jeans and chains and shit.
I ain't never went to jail because of no female.
But if you really trace it back.
Yeah, you probably chased it all the way back. We probably two it over. Nah, I just.
Really, almost every single one of those dudes, if they had had their dick chopped off when they were born, they probably wouldn't have had any reason to commit a crime.
I hate the domestic people that be in that bitch. Beat their girlfriend up and got to call them. Stop calling her.
Yeah, that's a weird hobby. We all know dudes like that.
You know, females. Now it be some niggas. They female be the problem. She crazy. She done did something to cut all his clothes up, hit him in the eye. He done pushed her and she done called the people. So now he in that bitch talking about his bond 10,000, all type of shit.
That's real.
Then she come to court. Let him get out. You know how that shit go.
When you were locked up, was it like a big contest to see who could be running the phone?
Huh?
Like who could just get on the phone whenever they wanted? Was that a big thing?
It depends on where you at. It depends on where you at. I've been in places where don't nobody get on the phone. It's a deck with people ain't got nobody that love them. They've been in jail so long that there's a phone always open. You see what I'm saying? They've been in this bitch too long.
Holy shit.
I've been on decks where people just came in, so everybody trying to get on the phone and get bonded out. And now it's a line and you gotta try to get you 10, 20 minutes and everybody fighting over that bitch.
Right.
It depends on where you at and what's going on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If you on a chill deck, motherfucker been on that long and there ain't too many people fuck with them.
Right.
Because you know at the time people start fucking with you in jail. So the phone will be open. But if you somewhere with a lot of people, they got a lot of love and a lot of little girlfriends and everybody on the phone trying to call these people all day.
Yeah.
So it depends on where you at.
You ever have to beat somebody's ass with the phone while it was still connected to the cord? Because that shit hard. I see that in movies and shit.
I saw somebody do it, like hit somebody in the head with the phone, but the cord only
cord's
coming
so
to out here. So I wouldn't be trying to do that shit like that.
You could have a crazy range of motion to just hammer them with that shit.
I saw a lot of shit.
Anyway, anybody want to shout out? Anything we need to know about this project?
Shit, let me shout out shout out for them, shout out mama and them, shout out all the guys, my whole family, grandma and them, my kids, shit, you know. Anything about the tape, shit. We finna drop what video we finna drop? Trust Issues, me and my boy Young and A. Shout out folks now. Shout out OTF. The whole OTF shit. What else we finna drop? After Trust Issues, I probably drop 3 a.m. I fuck with that song hard. Like I said though, Took It to the O, that's my favorite song on that bitch. Took It to the O, I ain't gonna lie.
SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, all of that. NoJumper.com if you want to support, like, comment, subscribe. Wow, that's the first time I heard a fucking ambulance out there.
Y'all hear that?
They coming.
Stop playing.
Appreciate y'all.